What's up, everybody? Happy Monday, happy new ladder season, happy new twist format, happy, let's see, did I already say Monday? Yes, and also happy October, which is pumpkin spice season, but you can keep pumpkin spice season. I don't want it. Let's go over some decks that you can play. Last week I talked about decks that were less than 1600 dust. If you're looking for another video like that, just go back a week and watch that video because these are more expensive. The meta looks like it's going to be a much more expensive situation right now, at least for the time being. Remember, the new season just started today. The patch just came in a few days ago, so there's going to be some wonkiness going on. And tomorrow is the weekly reset. So getting into it right now, win rates in Standard, Wild, and Twist. The one thing you cannot count on is playing Demon Hunter in the meta. Now, I've got some caveats here. One of the decks I am talking about is Big Demon Hunter, but we'll get into it. But Hunter, Paladin, Warrior, and Druid look very good. Druid less than 2-3 weeks ago was all the way on the bottom, and now it's gaining. There has been comments for the past couple of days that those are on high legend rankings are seeing all of their opponents playing Druid. It's a Druid legend meta, if you will. Some people hate it, some people love it. We're not going to get into that too much, but we're going through bronze through gold right now. To go through some decks, let's go over the first one. Let's talk about Druid. Drum Druid is awesome. Drum Druid right now has a very good win rate, 68%, and it's at 3,000 dust only. There's no legendaries in this. This is just building up to make sure that you can use Drum Circle and Cultivation. That's simply what it is. Right now you're seeing a lot of Warriors, possibly. You might see a lot of Warriors. It's not that great against Warrior, but Druid's not going anywhere. It's going to be a good deck that you can try. I've mentioned it several times before. It's a good deck. Don't have to spend a lot of dust on this. Next one, Undead Priest. Undead Priest is 2,880 dust. It's not going away. This one's a little bit different than the other ones that I've talked about before. So it's the Undead, but it also has ETC in it, and ETC has Shard of the Naru. You want that, especially with the boards that are happening right now. Silver Moon Arcanist that increases your spell damage, and then the Sunwell. It's an amazing idea. I wish I thought of this. It's a very good card to put in this type of deck, and it's just a utility situation. So it's a pretty good deck. Like I said, 2880 dust, you can't go wrong with that. Now we go into the caveat part of the conversation. Nerfs happened this past couple of days. You should have seen a little bit of dust, maybe. Some of you have. I think I got 20,000 dust with the amount of things that I was able to dust for full value. So I'm picking a couple of things that I feel will be around for a bit of time. So if you have that extra dust, maybe. There's some caveats here. Remember, Control Warrior, 5,520 dust. Warrior is just top right now. It's very strong. You've got a huge potential to have a lot of armor. You could usually run through your opponent's deck. The popularity is still the same as it was. Win rate's not as great as it used to be, but it's a 72.2% win rate for where we're at now. I would say do this for if you have the dust, if you have these cards, if you can craft this with just maybe 1 or 2 cards, definitely do it, because Warrior's not going anywhere, and then this gives you the good opportunity to figure out how to play this deck and then play around this deck, because you will be seeing a lot of Warrior on the meta. Again, 5,520 dust, not that crazy, but it's also, not that cheap, so be aware. Arcane Hunter. So I'm throwing Arcane Hunter here for 5,700 dust. I didn't like how expensive it is. It has an overall win rate of 62.4%, but the reason I put this one in here is because if you're looking for a counter for Druid, it's 61%. If you're looking for a counter for Warrior, it's at 61%. So the ones that you might be facing right now, this is a good counter for the two of them. I wouldn't craft a ton of cards for this as well. It doesn't need a lot. The main thing you're looking on is the Titan and then Halderon. You should have Star Power already. You should have Star Strung Bow. It's just the arcane package that you've been seeing recently. Costume Singer is in here, and I love this card, so try this one. If you have almost all of these and you need to craft 1 or maybe 2 of the cards, that's fine. Don't go crazy with this one. Next one, Big Demon Hunter. I'm putting Big Demon Hunter in here, even though I said Demon Hunter is not that crazy, but it's not a lot of old cards. I mean, not a lot of new cards, excuse me. This is a deck that most of the cards have been around for a long period of time. I wouldn't personally craft for any of this. So if you have everything in here, I would play this. It's not terrible right now. It's a 62.1% win rate. Bronze through gold, I would mess around with that. But once you hit, you know, a gold 5 or something like that, you'll probably lose a lot of times. I wouldn't go ahead and craft any cards for this. It's at 4,980 dust. It's good against, like I said, it's good against warrior. It's a little bit okay against druid if you're, if you're high rolling the right cards. So use this as an opportunity if you do not have to craft anything of this deck. Let's go over, let's see. So I like to put this information out here from HearthstoneDecks.net. New month. Let's check out how many players reach Legend. So we had 10% fewer Legend players in total. I'm thinking that's most likely because school started, work started, summer's over, or what have you, potentially. 19% went down in Standard from 66.3k to 53.3k. 19%. It's not terrible, but Wild got a bump. Wild went from 24.2 to 25.2, 4%. Twist had a break, so it didn't have anything the month before, but there is 3.3k in Twist. I do talk about Twist at times. I'll put the donkey.top link in there of Twist, but the new Wonders XL format just started. There was no data to go over today. It doesn't look like there's anything crazy that I see that would say, hey, let's try this, but I'll throw the link of all of these decks and all of the descriptions, and I'll put the information for Twist for the decks that you should play. Maybe next week I'll be able to talk more about this. I'll also throw this link in here. It's a great article with a lot of data of who hit Legend, how many players were hit Legend from 2020 of September to 2023 of September. So now somebody's motorcycle racing outside my yard. So I am done for the day. Like and subscribe if you like what I'm doing, and I will see you later.